Uh,
Oh, we are live. We are good to go. Welcome
yes,
to the
sir.
show. We're back. Friday show, not a Thursday show. We're going to get into some NFL picks this evening. We're going to do a little, we'll let Word Life join in on a little bit of a recap of last week. But how are we feeling, fellas? Flex, how are you feeling now that you fully had a chance to absorb the Devontae Adams acquisition? You saw him on Pat McAfee. How are you feeling?
I mean, a little bit more optimistic, just in terms of like what it might open up, for the rest of the offense. Just because, say what you want, is like those big name wide receivers. No matter, they always command attention. It's like like even when, let's say, like Stephon Diggs. Okay, he might not be the same player that he was before, but he's still going to command attention because he gets that respect. So, just like that respect factor, I feel like besides Garrett Wilson, it didn't feel like people really respected the weapons on the Jets. So, I feel like maybe it'll keep defenses on their toes a little bit more than they were now. So hopefully it opens things up for Garrett Wilson. Hopefully even those sideline passes, in those clutch moments, man, we've had moments that we haven't been clutch on the wide receiver position. So even if it means like that one catch that Mike Williams is going to drop, that over the middle that Garrett Wilson might get hit because he's a smaller guy and jar the ball loose. If it means that first down, you know what I'm saying, like that, it kind of like it knocks everybody to a position on the depth chart that kind of is able to expose the weaker parts of another defense.
Excellent. All right.
Word.
Love it.
Word.
Okay, Word Life, how are you feeling after last week? Giants came up just short against the Cincinnati Bengals. And
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
we haven't gotten your take on any of the games of last week. So, is there anything
Yeah,
that you
nah.
found to be noteworthy? Were you at
No,
the
I mean,
Travis Scott concert with Malik Neighbors? That's the first
I
question.
was, I was not, I was not, I was not there. I was, but I'll tell you this: I'm not surprised, man, that we couldn't score again, man. It's like Daniel Jones in prime time. Like as soon as we're going into the game, I'm like, it's prime time though. It's prime time though. It's like you got to take that shit to account, man. It's like we did with Kirk Cousins what a year ago or 2 years ago. You know what I mean? It's the same shit with. You know what I mean? It's almost, you know what I mean, with Daniel Jones. Like you can't expect you can't you know he's gonna fuck up. You know he's not gonna be at his best. So I mean it sucks, you know, but what the fuck you gonna do, man? You know what I mean? He can't he chokes in the red zone, he chokes in prime time. It is what it is.
All right, so Brian Dable, quarterback whisperer, or was the jury still out?
I think so. I think so.
You think so?
You
What?
think the jury, you think the jury's still out, or you think he's a quarterback
No,
whisperer?
I think he is I think he is the QB whisperer. Yeah, I think he's proven it because I think with Daniel Jones, what he's been able to do with Daniel Jones, I mean, Daniel Jones is
But I mean,
broken.
yeah,
He's
but you could
broken
argue that Daniel Jones had his spurts like before
without him.
Dable.
Yeah, yeah, but once he was ruined, Dable was the only one to get him to perform at this level. We just saw against Seattle. We just saw the best version of Daniel Jones in a million years since his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? What he did with him to go to the playoffs, which was not a great season, fucking 15 touchdowns, and I think he had a couple with his legs, and we signed him off for that. That was you know, that was silly to do to sign him after that, but Dable got that out of him. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think he is. I think he's proven that he is, and I would love to see him with a rookie QB. I just think he need like I'm not gonna change my take about him not being a good head coach because at the end of the day, the last two off seasons he starts the season off with no fucking with no idea what the fuck the team is gonna do. The team's just looks terrible at week one. So if he's gonna be a coach from here on out, he's gonna need some leadership somewhere that's gonna let him like learn how to have a team ready week one after a whole off season because that shit is unexcusable to me. You know?
Okay, fair enough. Any other takes from this past weekend's games?
Nah, I do want to mention the Adams though. I'm excited to see that. I want to see what that brings to the table. But at the end of the day, that's it for Rodgers. No more excuses, bro. Every excuse he came up with, Woody or whoever what you want to put it on, they addressed it. So this is it, man. I don't want to hear nothing. The O line's still bad, and Rodgers got to. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. I don't want to hear nothing. The O line is still bad.
Yeah, nah, I'm saying that because I don't want to hear that next. You know, I've been there. I've been with there
Oh,
with
okay.
Daniel Jones. Like everybody's like, okay, he has no weapons. Oh, now his O line. Oh, and now look, they don't even have they don't have any more excuses with Daniel Jones. He's good. You see what he can't play. They still, you know what I mean? So I know Rodgers is a different tier of quarterback, and he's a Hall of Famer, and he's one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. So no more excuses, man. Just want to see him go out there and deliver, you know.
Indeed.
And there's not a lot of room for error. Not a lot of room for error. So
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll make our picks for Week 7. Nothing is muted because I'll be doing that way too much. All right. We are back. And you know what time it is. It is time to make picks for the weekend. Where's my music? All right. I don't want it too loud. All right. Okay, so as it stands, last week, Word Life 1 and 2 got the Colts pick right. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the Broncos did not cover, and neither did the Jets. Flex Buccaneers pick right. Unfortunately, Broncos and Giants did not cover. I got 3 for 3-0 last week.
Nice.
Big bounce back week for me. And the box, bad week for the box. Only 1 point pick right for the box. Rough week for the box. We had high hopes for the box last week, but maybe the box needs a bounce back week too. We'll see.
Yeah.
But so as it stands currently, Word Life 8, 9, and 1 against the spread. Does that sound right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that's right. 8, 9, and 1.
Yeah, because that's 6. 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Because he's the only one that had the push, and it's throwing me off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 8, 9, and 1. With my 3-0 week, I got back over 500. 10 and 8 on the year. Nice. Flex struggling out the gate. Time to get going here, Flex. You're at 6 and 13.
Oh.
So rough start to the season, but
Vegas Ain't Slick is still undefeated though.
Vegas Ain't Slick is still undefeated. Do you have a Vegas Ain't Slick this week?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to do that first, or you want to wait?
Sure. Let me know when to go.
Sure you want to wait, or sure you want to do it first?
Whatever you want me to do, pal.
Well, you can hold it off because that way nobody can use it to their advantage.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, word.
Because I used it last week, so I don't want to be accused of using the Vegas Ain't Slick pick to my advantage. All right, so I'll get it started off this week. My first pick of the week, I'm going to kind of follow a little bit of the blueprint I did last week. Last week, 1 point pick was purely based off of the number. Really didn't have to do with anything having to do with believing in any of the teams. So the Browns ended up covering the big number against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm going to go back to the big number. My 1 point pick, I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans going into Buffalo, getting 9.5 points. Titans coming off of a bye. Bills on a short week, having played Monday night. Bills they didn't look great on Monday night, to be honest with you, but they got the job done. They got the win. Now they're adding Amari Cooper. I don't know how quickly they're going to be going to him. I don't know how immediately improved the offense will be, but again, really just based off of the number. I think the Titans defense, given an extra week to prepare, given an extra week to get healthy, should be able to keep the game within one possession. Obviously, Will Levis always makes you nervous, but I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to take that 9.5 and have that in my pocket for the 1 point pick. 2 point pick. We're going to Lambeau Field. We're going to Lambeau Field, and I'm going to take the Packers. I'm going to give 3 points, take the Packers, give 3 points to the Houston Texans. It was a trend last year that has kind of continued into this season of C.J. Stroud having vastly different performances on the road and at home. He was pretty good last week, but that was against the Patriots team that I don't know what they are. I don't know what they're doing. It was Drake May's first start, and he was fine. He was good. But I just think that the Packers have been really good. Packers have been good at home. Did you know that the best coach at home against the spread since he became a head coach is one Matt LaFleur.
Hmm.
Best home against the spread record, and he is number 2 in the NFL against the spread as a home favorite. I just think the Packers are playing well. I think Jordan Love has kind of finally gotten a chance to get his season going since he got started off. With he got a weird start to the season, starting in Brazil, then getting hurt, then coming back in a big division matchup. He started like trash in that game. That was a rough start for him. So, I think he's getting his legs underneath him, and I just don't really. I feel like the Texans have gotten on a little bit of a roll. I think they're due for some regression, and I think this is where it could happen. So I'm going to take the Packers. I'm going to give the 3 as my 2-point pick. And then the 3-point pick was a tough one, but I figure I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go home. Third pick, 3-point pick. We're going to Acrisure Field or Stadium or whatever the hell it's called, formerly known as Heinz Field. Did you know that since Mike Tomlin has been coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, as a home dog, he is 18-6-3. That is good for 75% winning hits. Number 1 in the league as a home dog.
Hate it.
Pardon?
I hate it.
You hate what?
No, I hate where this is going.
Well, I'm taking the Jets, so just let me finish.
Nice.
And keep your mouth shut, please. Did you know Mike Tomlin generally as a dog, 58, 35, and 5, good for 62.4% winning percentage. Again, number 1 in the league. But you know what? I just don't like what he's doing, man. And we talked about it in the recap show earlier this week. I think this whole Russell Wilson decision is a mistake. I could make the exact argument against how I was describing the 2-point pick, Jordan Love. His first start, even his first game, coming back from the injury, he really struggled in the first half. I mean, the Steelers' offense has already had its own problems. You have Russell Wilson coming in. I just don't know that Russell Wilson is enough of an upgrade in the passing game with the lack of Steelers' weapons that they have to compromise whatever continuity and rhythm they were building with Justin Fields. Like, to remove Justin Fields and whatever continuity and rhythm, and not only that, mobility that you have with Justin Fields under center, to completely compromise that for whatever upside you think you're getting with Russell Wilson in the passing game, I just don't think it's there. I think he's cooked. And even if he's not cooked, I think he's at least going to be cooked for this game against a completely desperate team that still has hopes of making the playoffs and with no weapons. And making his first start of the season. So I just think it's a terrible, terrible spot for the Steelers, albeit all of those numbers that I gave about Mike Tomlin and how he performs in these types of spots as a dog. I don't think that – I think this is a unique version of those spots. I think that in all those other times that he was, a home dog, he wasn't starting a new quarterback. He might have been starting a shit quarterback, but it was at least the same shit quarterback. It wasn't starting a new quarterback. I just don't think that – I think that the Jets, again, desperate team, adding Devontae Adams. Unlike the Amari Cooper acquisition, Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers already have a history together. They've already – that the continuity should not take that long to be able to pick up where they left off. Now, I don't know that Devontae Adams has as much left in the tank as maybe he thinks he does, but at minimum, he's another – target that Aaron Rodgers can have confidence in, which clearly he does not have confidence in Mike Williams. And I don't even know how much confidence he has in Garrett Wilson, but that's still a work in progress. But I think to be able to immediately insert somebody who he has a long rapport with, to give him an additional weapon in a desperate spot, in a spot where I know I got burned with this last time, where I thought that they had to, just given all of the motivation factors against the Broncos, I felt really good about that spot. Maybe I'm tripping into that same type of situation again, but I'm going to give it a second shot. I just feel like, given the acquisition of Davante Adams, given the tough loss, given that they still are trying to make something happen this season, it's a very short line, only given 1.5 points. Obviously going up against the Steelers team that lost last week, and going up against Mike Tomlin as a home dog is always a scary spot, but I just feel like the Steelers they don't have the horses. I don't like the quarterback change. The Jets are desperate. So I'm going to try it again. 3-point pick. Give me the Jets -1.5. So what don't you like about the pick? Say again?
No, I love it, actually.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I didn't like where it was going, but then it went somewhere else. You know?
Hey,
You didn't know where it was going. You didn't let me show you where it was going. All right. With that being said, I guess up next would be Word Life.
I guess. Yeah.
Go for it, man.
Let's do it. All right. Yeah, I like those picks. All right. So with my 1-point pick, I'm going all the way overseas. I get nervous overseas, because it's different, but I thought long and hard about this one, man. I'm like, something's telling me the Jags play. I mean, they stink, but they actually had some offense, going early in that game. They were the first to score. But the more I think of it, I'm like, that defense just stinks, man. So I'm gonna go with the New England fucking Patriots. Wow. And my main logic behind it is, who the fuck is giving the Jags 6 points? Unless this is a Vegas Saints slick and I'm falling for it, why would you? Is it? We'll find out.
Wait to see.
We'll find out. And because I'm the first, I'm always the one to bite. So, but I just don't think the Jags are fucking any good, man. It's like I'm waiting for them to break out, and it's like, man, they just stink, man. And New England isn't much better, but they got the rookie, on the second start. There's something there to spark a little bit, maybe, possibly. I don't know. They both stink, but neither one. I'm going whoever's getting points here. Neither team deserves 6 points. So, give me New England with my 1-point pick. With my 2-point pick, I like to sprinkle in favorites, because I feel like I've, the getting the points and everything. So, I'm going back to an old well. A well that has served me, I think, more than it hasn't. So, I'm going to Atlanta, not too far from where I am. Atlanta giving 3 to Seattle. I don't know. I think Atlanta needs to. I think Atlanta needs to come out shooting and really give a statement. So Seattle's struggling. I thought about taking the points with Seattle, but 3 is just not enough. If it was 3.5, maybe. But Seattle look. I don't know, man. They're just so back and forth. I don't believe in them. Atlanta's fighting for, like they're trying to make a statement. They're trying to be in it, and they feel like they have a real shot, and getting to the playoffs and winning the division. So, and I know the running game hasn't been what it was last year, but they still run the ball pretty well. You know what I mean? And Kirk Cousins, as long as you could keep him upright, man, and the kid knows how to play ball. So, give me the better quarterback in Atlanta with my 2-point pick.
Wait, so
is there something
definitively Kirk Cousins is better than Geno Smith?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Maybe not by much, but I think so.
No, I agree. I was just curious because we've been a relatively pro Geno show.
Yeah.
So
fact.
You just threw it out there. I just wanted to make sure. I'm very interested in that game. I thought about taking that side. I want to see what Michael McDonald has coming off of a bye. first year as a head
that's
coach.
true. Yeah.
But I feel like that proves that leans towards where you're going with it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And also it's like Seattle, like how much longer are we gonna be scared of the weapons? And they don't really do it. Like we're like, Gino's a solid quarterback. They got weapons, they got running back, but it's never. I don't know. They just can't put it together, man. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm, hold on. But with my 3-point pick, I think this was the Vegas Saints slick. You see, I'm like paranoid. Like Flex got me paranoid. Like I don't want to be the fucking the mule of the
The
show
mark.
again. Yeah.
The
You know what I mean? Picking
mule
a
of the
fucking,
show.
you know what I mean? Picking a fucking Vegas Saints slick pick, 4 times in this fucking season. But I'm gonna do it anyway because it doesn't really make it. It does make sense though, actually. So that they're getting points. So I'm going all the way to the Viking Stadium, and I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions getting 1.5. Minnesota should have lost to the Jets, bro. From what I saw, they contained. The defense did good enough. Sam didn't look like the Sam that we saw the first few weeks, and it just keeps replaying in my head, watching him move from the pocket and really not know what to do with the ball. A few times he ran with the ball, which I liked I always like when Darnold leaves, gains yards with his feet because he's faster than most people think. So, but he just left a bad taste in my mouth. Like some of the decisions he made with that ball, he should have thrown at least two picks more than in that game, and he really didn't. And that kind of just stained in my brain. And I thought it was gonna be the last game, but they squeaked out another win. So, but Detroit, man, the line of scrimmage is everything, man. I learned that. Football is the line of scrimmage, and I think Minnesota's gonna have a hard time getting pressure, and they're gonna have a hard time, they're gonna have a hard time blocking. Even though I know they lost Hutchinson, they still have a decent D line. Their secondary is not great, but they're a scrappy bunch. I give Dan Campbell all of that credit. Ben Johnson's gonna have something cooked up. It's really gonna be, the Minnesota. Like I like them really because of those coaches, man. I love what they do offensive, and then what they do defensively. But again, just that performance against the Jets kind of stood out to me, and I'm thinking that Sam Darnold is sure to show his face soon. So it might be this week 7. So give me Detroit with my 3-point pick.
Detroit Lions. All right. And Flex, cap it off. You can give your Vegas first if you want, or you can wait till the end, whatever you want to do.
No, I'm gonna go with it first because my Vegas Saints slick pick.
Did any of us pick it?
Yes.
Well, funny thing is, I was debating between two,
I picked them both.
and Cheeks picked both against that. So I was going between the Detroit Lions being an underdog versus the Vikings, which doesn't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? So that was a warning flag. That was a warning flag there.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I'm going with is the Jacksonville Jaguars giving 6 in foggy London when they have no business giving 6 points to any team. Mm-hmm. Much less a Patriots team that looked a little bit better. Drake May obviously came in and gave the offense a little bit of a boost. We saw what the Jaguars looked last week, how they looked against the Bears, and how Trevor Lawrence looked. He looked cooked, but still somehow they're 6-point favorites. That's a warning flag for me, and I'm going with the Jaguars as my Vegas ain't slick pick for going for 7-0 in week 7, or 6-0 in week 6-0 in week 7. We didn't go week 1 because we don't have data, so we don't go there.
They got a dub though.
No. I'm saying that I didn't
The
do a
you.
Vegas Saints
Got
slick
you,
pick in
got you,
week one.
got you, got you, got you.
So for my picks, my 1 point pick, I'm going to the Johnny G Well. Over
Monday
getting
night,
two
nice.
points, getting 2 points against the uh, Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers, I mean, I think they're a little bit overrated. The 3 wins are Las Vegas, the Panthers, Broncos, and I don't know. I'm just not sold on them. Even with the Broncos, I know they looked good last night specifically, but it was still a rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, against a good defense. So I just think they're getting a little bit more credit than they deserve. The Chargers are, and I don't know. I just think Arizona's due for a bounce back because that's how normally this team rolls. So give me Arizona getting 2 points as my 1 point pick versus the Chargers. For my 2 point pick, I'm going the Buccaneers getting 3.5 versus the Ravens. Um, I don't know. The Raiders defense is a little bit suspect, man. Um, and now they have to go against Baker, the gunslinger. Um, that defensive
Wow,
set,
that's what we call him now, Baker the Gunslinger.
Baker, the gunslinger.
Wow, that's what's
Um,
up.
that defensive secondary versus Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and whatever random extra auxiliary piece pops up in any given week could be Kate Otten, could be whoever number one is that there's always one that flashes 1 week and then they give the baton to the next guy. Oh no, but one is actually Rashad White. But they also have two running backs too, so that now they have Bucky Irving 1 and 7. So they got a low key a lot of weapons. Like I said, I don't think the Ravens defense is very good, and even with the Ravens 3 out of the 6 games that they've played have ended up by in a 3 point um spread. So getting that 3.5, I think, is big against this team specifically. You know, like I said, like the defensive secondary is what scares me in this game for the Ravens. Like even the Commanders last week, they only have one weapon and they were able to get it going with McLaurin. I don't think that's going to be the case this week with the Bucks. So give me I think anytime the game stays they keep games close and getting that extra half a point uh actually, knocks the my opinion in that favor. So give me the Bucks getting 3.5 over the Ravens as my two
I like
point
that.
pick.
I like that pick. That was one of the ones I really was thinking about. I like
Now
it.
for my 3 point pick, Bobby had it nailed with my Green Bay Packers giving 3 points. Actually, it went down to 2.5 now, which makes it even better against the Houston Texans. Um, I don't know that it's also a little bit funny just because the Packers, the difference in the Texans and the Cardinals spread from last week. Now it moved a little bit, but only 2.5 point difference between the Texans, one of the best teams in the league, and the Cardinals, one of the quote unquote worst teams in the league. That stood out to me a little bit.
That
The
sounds like
Pats
Vegas ain't
game,
slick analysis that you're giving right
yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm using a little bit of that. It's leaking in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But no Nico Collins. Is a good defense. So and like I was gonna say, I think the Patriots game for the Texans, it was a little bit closer than what the final score kind of shows. I think the Patriots were in that game a little bit longer than the final score dictates.
Mhm.
Um, But I still don't think I still don't think that the Texans are that good, man. They're 5-1 and their point differential is +8. Um, so I mean, I don't know, man. Like they have the wins is like Richardson, Caleb, Trevor Lawrence. Um, I don't know, man. I just don't. I'm not a believer in the Texans right now. Um, and the Packers, no matter who they put in there, they're in Lambeau. Texans have 2 weeks. This is their second road game in a second week on the road. Um, they're not used to this weather, so give me the Green Bay Packers as my 3-point pick. Put it in the
Nice.
books.
Excellent. Now, you want to start us off with a money line parlay draft?
Yeah, I got it right here, actually. So, for my first pick, give me the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, wow. Dolphins. How about that? And what do you have? What's the line on that? What do you have the money line price on that?
Well, I don't know if it changed because I put these, but they
All
are
right, I
getting
got it pulled
3.
up. I got it. I got it right here. Dolphins are plus 130.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, if you remember, I said last week I'm gonna try to stay away from even if I like a favorite, unless there's or even if I like a short dog, unless there's nothing else I like, I'm staying away from short dogs in terms of against the spread. I'm staying
Mhm.
away from them at under 3 points.
Mhm.
But give me the Cardinals.
Ooh.
I love that pick. I was gonna make that one of my 3, but like I said, I'm gonna start trying to save those for the parlay. So give me the Cardinals.
All right. Give me Detroit. Give me Detroit. Not many times they
Doubling down on the
Mhm.
D. Pause.
pause. There's not many weeks we're gonna have get points for them. So, uh,
Yeah, that was the next place I was going.
yeah, give me the G-men, God.
Damn, that's the other place I was going. All right, so you've got Giants and Lions. Damn,
I got the
wanted
Giant
both
D,
of those.
bro.
I wanted those, but it's okay. Um, do I want to do that? Yeah, give me the. I'm gonna take the Niners.
Okay.
Take the Niners hosting the Chiefs. They're not a dog, but very short favorite.
Oh, my turn. Forgot.
Flex, would you like to make a
Yes.
two picks, 2 to go?
Yeah. So give me the Minnesota Vikings.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Wow,
something's
little
fishy
head
about
to
them,
head
man.
action. Little
I like it.
head on head in the D.
On guard.
It's actually not. I forgot about that.
On guard.
On guard. Unguarded.
Oh man.
Crazy.
All right, and mm, 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 mm,
42.
mm, 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 mm. Just give me the Buccaneers, man.
Yeah.
Doubling down on the Bucks. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Bucks and oh man. Do I dare? Do I dare? Oh man, do I dare to do this? How bold do we want to go?
Yeah.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Um, you know what? Give me the Steelers.
Ooh.
We'll do a little reverse
Wow.
hedge.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Something's just telling me to go here, man. And I've been high on Green Bay, but still, I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go Houston here.
Mm.
Nice.
I think they're a different team with Joe behind in the backfield.
With Joe Mixon.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. All right, so that's Moneyline Parlay Draft. Let's close it out with the box. Now, there's a couple of notes, couple of things that I was gonna say while Flex was making his picks. But last week, I brought up the fact that the game was in London and it threw off the pick. He changed the pick, and then it ended up not working out, and I felt bad. So I don't want to. It was like I don't want to get involved.
Okay.
I don't want to get all up in the mix. But big point you kept on making about the Tampa Bay Bucks is the weapons against the Ravens secondary. You realize Mike Evans is likely not playing.
Yeah. There's always an extra guy that pops up.
I mean,
There you
you
go.
brought him up specifically. He's probably not going to play. So just putting that out there. But but you're already locked in the pick. I didn't want to. I don't want to have a back-to-back sabotage here. All right. First pick for the box. Digging deep into the bowels of the box. Let's see. First pick for the box. Oh man, the box is giving 9 points
Ooh,
with
to
the
Bills.
commies.
Oh no, commies.
The Panthers getting 9 still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 9.5.
I was tempted
Oh,
to
shit,
get
they
involved
moved
with
up?
the Panthers, but couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But the box is bold. All right. Second pick. Oh, wow. The box is taking the big favorites, taking the Bills, giving
Ooh.
another 9.5.
That's not the box's specialty. I think
I
think
know.
that's the problem with them.
Something's going wrong here. Let's see. Third pick for the box. We want this one. We want this one. This one feels right. All right, let's see. Third pick for the box. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Going to
Kansas
KC.
City.
Third pick goes with the short dog. 2 long favorites and a short dog for the box.
Yeah.
All right, so the box has Washington Commanders, the Bills, and the Chiefs.
Chiefs dogs, huh?
Short dogs. It's been bouncing around back and forth, but short dogs.
What are the box's picks real quick?
Commanders.
Commanders.
Commanders is
Bills.
1. Bills are 2. Chiefs are 3. All right, and Moneyline Parlay, just to recap. Moneyline Parlay. Flex is taking the Dolphins, the Vikings, and the Buccaneers. Word Life has the Giants, the Lions, and the Texans. Oh my. And I am taking the Arizona Cardinals, the Steelers, and the San Francisco 49ers.
Nice.
Excelente.
I'll do the quick math on all 3 of those parlays just to see what we're working with. We should do. I
2
don't really
plus
think
2
we
is
have a
4.
way to. Huh?
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3 quick math.
Yes. Excellent. I don't think that there's a way that we can do the integrate the box into the money line draft, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'd be interested to see how that would have played out. But all right, so Flex has Dolphins. Man, Dolphins are long dogs. And
What are they now?
Buccaneers parlay adds up to, I think they're plus 130. Flex's parlay adds up to plus 963.
Jeez.
Nice.
Word Life, Giants, Texans, and Lions. That's gonna be juicy. That's gonna be good. Giants, Texans, Lions. That adds you up to 995. Plus 995. And my money line parlay results add up to Niners, Steelers, Cardinals. That brings me to a short, meager plus 683. So there won't be any. None of us can top the top parlay just yet with any of those results. But the key is to make money. We don't care about that. And that's gonna do it. Where are we at with the Mets? What's the score? What I haven't seen it.
We are 6-12. We are looking good.
My Liberty
got
are on
Diaz.
a quest for a championship tonight. 6-12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What inning is it?
We're going into the 9th, and
All right.
Otani's
My
not
under
up
6.5.
because
Still alive.
Diaz mowed down Pajes, Otani, and Mookie Betts. So we're at the 3, 4, and 5 hitters.
Nice. All right. Hopefully they close it out. We'll see if the Liberty can bring a championship to New York tonight.
Let's go, baby.
I got to see if they can bring me a championship with this first quarter over, because I'm heavily invested in the first quarter over tonight. They are undefeated in first quarter overs throughout the entire playoffs, and I've been just been hitting it every game. And I figured this could be the last opportunity to cash that, so I went a little extra heavy. And of course, this will probably be the one that fails and then just washes away all the profit I had of the last 9 games.
Nah,
but you know,
nah,
You good, bro?
well, I see Stewie throwing up bricks, which is not. Yeah, it's not looking good so far, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
She's just warming up.
yeah, facts.
Well, they better start getting warm. They got 6 minutes and 40 seconds to score another 30 points. Yeah, 30 points. So that's where it's going to go. That's going to do it for the show. Good luck with all the parlays and the bets and the wagers, and we'll see y'all next week.